Watch, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Derek speaking. Hello, Derek speaking.
Staffing.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good. Good morning. Derek, you and I were scheduled for an interview today.
Correct.
I think you have applied for a mechanical technician representative role with us on Indeed. And I was wondering if you are still looking for work or if you're still interested in the position.
Yes, I'm still interested in the position, yes.
Okay, so I just want to let you know that this particular position is more of a mechanical position where this company makes paint shakers, and they want a mechanical support in that. So say if the paint shaker is broken at one of their clients, and their clients are generally Home Depot, Menards, or where places where you can get paint, you will be going to those places and fixing those machines. And so you'll be working as a dispatch service, warranty calls, and going and replacing or testing and making sure that the machine is working. Is that what you're looking for, or is it completely different to what you've done? Because I do see you're a system analyst, and mostly you are working on other systems. But I just wanted to make sure if this syncs with what you're looking for.
Oh, actually, I was looking for more system analysts and IT positions. I thought it was more so working in a manufacturing plant or something like that, where I might be able to, get on site. But yeah, that I don't have a lot of that experience going to those field sites and resolving those issues for those devices. So
yeah, no problem. Well, I definitely wanted to jump on a call and let you know about this, just so that you don't feel like nobody called me. So this would not be the right fit, but if something comes up with us in future, we don't generally get a lot of things in IT, but if it does, you're now in our database. I will reach out if something comes up, okay?
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes, of course, Derek. Have a very good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Told you I was going to wrap that up real quick. She started to want to talk over me and ask questions and not let me respond. I turned my Arctic air right on. I start getting hot. Yeah, you get these folks on the phone, find out what they need. You get them off the phone. You let them know your time is very valuable. That's what you have to do. You have to make a time scarcity, not necessarily pay a Jedi mind trick, but time scarcity. Now, while she was on the phone, somebody else just called. Let me see. Give me a call back at, let's see here. I'll call her back. This is for a business system analyst position. Let me call her back real quick, and I'm gonna show you how this is done.
Hi, Derek. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Sorry I missed your call.
Yeah, that's okay. So I wanted to talk to you about an opportunity at Huntington National Bank. I assume you are still looking for a position?
I am.
Okay. Well, I have this opportunity. Now, there are two locations. One is in Columbus, Ohio. The other is in Minnetonka. So where are you located, Derek?
I am in Maplewood, Minnesota. So to say St. Paul. It's about maybe about a 15-minute drive.
Okay, that's great. And you're able to work 3 days a week on site?
I can do that.
Good. Are you working now, Derek?
No, well, right now, my last position ended on January 31st. So right now, I'm just doing just to do in between, just some help desk stuff. So it's not,
okay.
Yeah, it's just some little level 1 help desk stuff, just so I could be in between work. I don't mind the devil's work, so I didn't want to just kind of sit there and wait.
Okay, that's okay. And so this is a contract through the end of the year that may go longer. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely.
All right, Derek. So they're looking for a business systems analyst. someone that's able to document both non-functional as well as functional requirements, do some use case work, familiar with Agile and Scrum, and then they are throwing in platform knowledge of ServiceNow. So
Okay.
how long have you been a BSA?
Well, I would say that my starting came when I was working at Wells Fargo as a business system consultant, working with API. We worked with several different tools such as Splunk, Postman, and Apigee. I would say that was my first start. But my initial experience came from being a Salesforce, so to say, data analyst or BA for a school called Hiawatha Academies. We were using Salesforce, Tableau, Infinite Campus. I would meet with the business teams and I would discuss some of their needs. And then what I would do is I would take back that information back to other vendors, see if it could work, producing reports, dashboards, and workflows on the Salesforce instance and things of that nature. So they kind of operated in a way, kind of like in an agile environment, if you want to call it Scrum, so to say. We had Scrum meetings all day. There was daily stand-ups. They kind of operated like a business, not like a school when it came to the corporate headquarters, that is. So that would be my first time, but the corporate world experience dealing with the private sector and the banking sector, that was working with Fargo, and then even more experience working on the MyChart integration project for Optum.
Okay, good. Yeah, I used to work for Wells Fargo years ago, so I'm familiar with it. Did you like working at Wells Fargo?
Oh yeah, I would have kept working there, but they got this thing. It's something about banks in which they could only keep you on the contract for a certain amount of time. So, my manager was just telling me that, since I started there, just keep applying for positions. It was one of the few times that I've, rarely do I have a contract position where they employ you to apply. They tell you to take time out the day and literally apply. So, a lot of times when I used to get all my work done, he'd tell me, hey man, just sit around for the next few hours and just apply internal to Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
So, that was a blessing.
That's their tenure policy.
Oh yeah. That was a very good environment. I would go back, if I could. We worked on the gateway team. The gateway team, what they were responsible for was the analysis of API logs, working with the Treasury Department and onboarding and implementation, and pretty much, running a JIRA environment where if there's something wrong with the APIs, we primarily worked with project managers and developers. And so, some of the biggest companies in the world that make payments, such as, I give you one, PayPal, and a bunch of other ones I probably can't name, but there's pretty much everybody that made a $1 million payment. They typically use this Wells Fargo API gateway support. And, more so with Optum, that was even more so business system analysis from a standpoint where I led a team of 3 to 4 people, and I kind of divvied out the ServiceNow tickets. We used Splunk to analyze logs, and what Optum did is they bought if you ever been familiar with MyChart, they pretty much bought another company's MyChart. And so you had all these different issues with like IDX, MDM, Rhapsody, all these different terminologies they use for patient data. So, we had to kind of look on the back end of any patient data issues. Somebody might have an immunization problem or a vaccination issue, and we would resolve those. And then we would run our daily Scrum meetings. I would run the ServiceNow reports on, what tickets are not resolved, who has what ticket, and that's where I got a lot of my ServiceNow experience in that manner. So,
Derek, I definitely like your background for sure. I would like to submit you. Now you're coming through Excelon Solutions, so I'm assuming you have a relationship with them.
Well, I've heard about them for some time, and as I've been a technical instructor, I used to craft people's resumes and get people work a lot of times. So I have heard of them. This is the first time that they have submitted me to something. So I've heard their name throughout LinkedIn and things of that nature.
Okay, so as long as you know that you're coming through them, we're the preferred vendor. So that's fine. I've worked with Jamuna in the past, and she's pretty cool. I'm not sure if you talked to her or somebody else there.
Oh, let me see. How many people have I talked to over there so far? I don't know. Sometimes
I'm sure you're talking to a whole bunch of folks in different places. So.
Yeah.
All right. So would you like to be submitted, Derek?
Absolutely.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you 2 emails right now. One is a right to represent for this job only. You will see a job number, 5899. All you need to do is respond back with the one word accept. The other email will ask just a couple questions, and then I'll include the job description again at the bottom. As soon as you return that with your resume in Word format, I'll move forward and submit.
Absolutely, and I'll get you that right away.
Thank you so much. Give me just 5 minutes, and it should be in your inbox.
Absolutely.
All right. You have a great day, Derek.
Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. See, that's how you do that. Now, somebody called and left a voicemail and said, man, I'm giving y'all too much game, man. I'm giving y'all way too much game. Somebody else just called. Let me see what they want. I don't know who it was. This might have been about the same position.
Hello?
Hello, I just received a call. Is this Exelon?
Yes. Derek, actually, Jennifer, she tried reaching you, and I think she left you a voice message.
Yeah, we just got off the phone. She's going to be sending me an email and some information that I have to respond to in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, that's great then. Thank you so much for the information.
No problem at all, ma'am. No problem at all.
Okay. Thank you, Derek. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. All right, and they just sent that right to represent. See, I'm giving y'all too much game, man. I'm going to start putting this on Patreon. Y'all getting a little bit too much game going. Hold on. Shout out to all the game that y'all getting right now. I must have. I don't know what I did. I must have muted for a second. I said, y'all getting too much game. See this, and this is what you do on your right to represent. Now, I'm gonna talk to a sister in a couple days. I hope she listens to this. I'm gonna send her this. This is how you do the interviews with this IT stuff. So, real quick, I'm gonna try to wrap this up within the next 5 minutes. When these folks call you, sometimes what'll happen is, if you haven't been in a recruiting atmosphere before, you might have 10 staffing agencies that might have a position. Or if it's a position like with Robert Half or Apex Staffing or some of these other agencies, they might have a situation where they might have a situation where they have what they call preferred vendor, as you heard that, preferred vendor. Now I want you to think of, when you say preferred vendor, 1099, think of Nipsey Hussle and Master P. I just want y'all to just think about that for a moment. If you read my second book, you'll understand what I'm talking about when I start talking about these agencies. But preferred vendor, this company probably just wanted to deal with just them. They're the main vendor. Nobody else really deals with them sometimes, or they might have what they call the right to hire. Sometimes that's why when you talk to some of these recruiters in these agencies, the account manager might have what they call power of hire. So I'm gonna say, I understand that. Good afternoon, and I'm just gonna say confirmed. So replying to this email, giving consent to the staffing partner recipient to represent me for the requisition noted below. And they got a requisition number usually. It's usually like a 4-digit number. It could be 6 or 7, usually 4. So this place, I'm not going to name them, but this place is the place that would probably pay me. Now I'm going to look them up. Now, first they had an Indian person talking to me, and then after a while they had somebody else. They had somebody American. They put someone American on the phone a lot of times to handle that business. So I said, good afternoon. I agree and confirm. I agree and confirm. And this is okay when you're just starting out. Okay, Please complete the below information. I will also need your resume in Word format. Okay, and they're talking about this position is in Minnetonka. You need to be 45 minutes. Knowledge of risk, compliance, cybersecurity, scoped applications, establish a relationship between teams. They want a bachelor's degree, experience as a business analyst, proficiency in Outlook, Teams, Word, PowerPoint, Visio, producing process flows using Visio or equivalent tool to test cases. A lot of times they have templates for this, so they make it much harder than what it is. I think I would do just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. I'll holler at y'all later.